Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's video we have something quite interesting. I think is a topic that a lot of people now is talking about, maybe since a few years with the introduction of few new technologies for TVs, and this is OLED displays, OLED panels. And I think the main question is, if do I really need an OLED display? Do I really need an OLED computer or a computer with an OLED display? And there's a lot of controversy actually in between, the OLED is going to use a lot of energy, is going to get worn with the time, and doesn't worth the price right now. There is no color difference, and all those things I think are not still very clear. I'm just going to spoil you a little bit. This is my Razer Blade 15 Advanced model. This is from the year 2021. It has an OLED display, 4K, 60 Hz. And let me tell you, it is an amazing monitor, and it's probably the best looking monitor that I have seen in my entire life in a laptop. So let's start the video. Let's talk about now overall of the computer, of my experience with the Razer Blade, with this 15-inch display, and let's talk about if this is really worth it for you. Let's start with an overall introduction of my Razer Blade. This Razer Blade, I got it, I don't know if you recall my previous videos, but I used to have an Razer Blade 17 Pro, and it was the Full HD model with a 360 Hz panel, which it was an amazing laptop, amazing device, big enough display to always do all your productivity stuff and my work, my studies in my laptop. An amazing device with a GeForce RTX 3080, but only with 8 GB, and an Intel Core i7-11800H. And then after some guy in eBay here local in Germany offered me to switch this laptop. This is the 15-inch model 2021, but it has an i9-11900H, which is better actually than the actual processor that I used to have in my 17 inches laptop Razer. And it has an NVIDIA RTX 3080, the same, but this is the model with 16 GB. So I mean, this model is an amazing hardware. It has just an amazing hardware. It is actually better than the one that I bought, and I paid for mine 3,500 euros. I would imagine that this device cost around 4,000 euros back in 2021. An amazing device, amazing hardware. Now I'm packing 2 terabytes SSD, PCI Express 4.0, maximal speed. I am using 64 gigabytes of RAM in this model. Actually, this is as much as I could really pack this computer. And the interesting about this is the OLED display. At the beginning, I was a little bit skeptical of this was really worthy, the display, because of course the 360 Hz display that I was rocking in my 17 inches, it was amazing. It was really fast, really smooth. Everything was really smooth on my display. And I was a little bit skeptical of this because this is only 60 Hz. But after I'm using it, I have now almost like 6 months using this laptop, this model, and let me tell you, it is amazing. Performance, the display is just unbelievable. I mean, the display is just great for watching content like movies. If you have Amazon Prime, if you have Netflix, YouTube videos. I have a YouTube Premium account already long time ago because of the student discounts. Of course, is quite cheap. And it's just amazing experience. I like a lot to watch YouTube. That's how I learn a lot of the stuff that I actually know until today, besides my professional and my universities studies. And I love to watch YouTube every day. And watching content with this display in 4K is just an amazing experience. Netflix, even if in computers you cannot really output 4K display or stream 4K display content, it just makes an amazing job. The black levels of this display is just great. I mean, even if I have an iPad Pro as well here with me. I have my 38 inches the 38 inches ultra sharp Dell monitor, which has an amazing color reproduction. And I have a lot of displays in my life, and this looks really great. I mean, I hope you can see a little bit of this. It's just an amazing display, and it made my content consumption experience just a different experience. I used to watch before always movies in my living room TV or in my Dell monitor, because my Dell monitor is also great. It's an amazing great monitor. It's an amazing monitor, and I used to watch always content in the monitor in the living room, or I don't know. But since I have this laptop, even if my 55 inches living room TV is there and my monitor is here with almost 40 inches of size, I really take my laptop and I go to my sofa and I watch content into my laptop, because this OLED display just makes a great experience. For games it's a completely different history, something that I never saw really before. If you play for example something like Resident Evil, which there is a lot of dark places, a lot of dark rooms, it just looks so different. I mean, the experience of this OLED display, it's really worth it. And if you have such an amazing graphics card like you have here, and if you have such an amazing processor like the one that you have here, it's just going to make a nice combination. Because you can also edit photos, and the color reproduction is going to be fantastic. You can edit videos as well in this one. And as a creator, I think it's going to help you a lot. And if maybe you don't believe in the OLED capabilities, or maybe you don't believe in the price that is still actually pretty expensive, let's give it a try, because it's going to change a lot. Now the gaming monitors with OLED technology panels are already around the corner with the introduction of the Dell Alienware 34 inches with an OLED panel. Now everyone is preparing the new upcoming monitor series with OLED displays, which now we are really entering in the era of OLED displays. And let me tell you, since I'm using this, even if it is only 60 Hz, it's worth it. It's an amazing experience. It's a visual experience that I never had before personally. Maybe you have already in your living room an amazing OLED TV, but in my laptop, in this an amazing piece of gaming hardware that I have here, it makes an amazing job. And that's my impressions of the OLED display, and it just looks so great. I mean, I hope you can see something here. I don't know if I can really do some. I hope I will not start the mission here or something. But now I'm here in the night, and I hope you can see a little bit of the color reproduction that this has here. This is now I'm playing in 4K, in Ultra HD, everything maxed out in Horizon Zero Dawn, and it just looks amazing. But yeah, that's my experience with the display. As I just tell you, amazing display. For content consumption, is going to change the way that you do your stuff in your mobile device. You can also take a look to some maybe cheaper options, because this Razer Blade with OLED display is just so expensive, like so expensive. I will not really recommend it exactly because of the price. But now a lot of mobile device manufacturers are also introducing OLED displays, like Asus or these Vivo models, which are already like in the 700, 800, 900 euros. US dollars is going to be the same, and they already are introducing OLED displays. Maybe are not the best because you don't have this hardware that makes everything smooth and powerful, but at least the content consumption experience is going to be there, because the panel is going to be an amazing experience. So now let's talk a little bit about this Razer Blade 15 model as it is. So let's start. As I just said, hardware, amazing hardware, an RTX 3080, 16 GB of video memory, 64 GB of memory RAM, an Intel Core i9 11900H. It's like turbo boosting up to 4.7 GHz or something, and it's just an amazing hardware. The hardware that I have here is just great. Let's talk about this laptop as it is. This 15-inch model, a lot of people doesn't like it because it's totally overpriced, and I am with you definitely. It is totally overpriced. I mean, this model in 2021 was around 4,000 US dollars, 4,000 euros. I mean, 4,000 US dollars, 4,000 euros, it's a lot of money. For a 15-inch device, it's not the most powerful, even if it is using the most powerful components of that day. It's not really that much powerful because of the power constraints that it has, because of the thermal limitations and the thermal constraints that it has, this device. Because even if it is powerful, there is not enough cooling system to dissipate the complete heat that is producing the hardware inside the machine. But as it is, I mean, I am very, very happy with this device. I used to have the 17 inches model. You can watch the video here. And since I got this, I think it's more flexible. I have tons more of flexibility just going from my desk here to my living room. I can go to Spain to make my PhD or to continue my PhD. I can just go overall and take my laptop with me, and of course my charger, because otherwise it's not going to be powerful enough. And I can have really the flexibility when I have this device. If you are interested on the ports, even if it is an older model, now it's actually a good point to get something like this. The ports are actually pretty good. You have the power outlet, or you have the power input. You have two USBs 3.2 in the normal USBs. You have one Thunderbolt 4 port, and then you have your audio jack 3.5 millimeters, which is the Thunderbolt, of course, is amazing, and the USBs are also great. In the other side, you have another USB 3.2. You have an HDMI 2.0 port, and then you have another Thunderbolt 4.0, which maybe like a very small detail, but the fact that you have one display port in one side and one Thunderbolt in one side and one Thunderbolt in the other side, it gives you a ton of flexibility in the direction that you have your desktop. For example, I have one Thunderbolt cable from this side, or if you have the Thunderbolt cable from the other side. It's just a small detail, but it's actually great. And of course, you have an SD card reader, which I think is actually pretty great, because in my case, for example, when I'm done filming, I just take the SD card out, and then put it in, transfer all my files, and it's just as this is. I mean, for ports, I think you have more than enough. It has no Ethernet at the 17 inches, but I think it's enough for this computer. More than a great choice for ports. Then, the quality of this Razer Blade is just outstanding, amazing. The quality of this device, you cannot even compare it with another laptop. The same as my 17 inches Razer Blade Pro, the manufacturing quality, the materials that they use to craft these parts is just great. It's just like a really nice piece of material. It's just everything black. It's like a metal black, which is great. I hope you can see the display now again. It's unibody. The trackpad is amazing. The trackpad feeling is amazing. The keyboard is also great. Really, the keyboard is great as well. It's an amazing typing experience. Of course, you have all the whistles from Razer, which are the LEDs. Each key is also, of course, manageable from LEDs. The panel is great. It's edge to edge and infinity display, and just the quality of this device is great. Here as well, the bottom panel, also one piece of metal, some rubbers in order to hold it in place and in your desk, and it's just an amazing device. It feels so sturdy. You cannot bend any millimeter. This computer is just an amazing device from quality. Because of course you are paying premium, and if you are paying premium, the quality that you are getting you are not going to get with any other Windows laptop in the whole market. Not even Alienware, not even the Dell Precisions. This Razer laptop is just crafted with some amazing precision, and I think it's worth the price. If you really want the best quality of your device as it is mechanical properties, this is, I think, the best Windows laptop that you can have. So that's actually pretty much all for the exterior, and as I just mentioned, playing games in this laptop is great. Of course, with a 3080, 60 gigabytes of video memory, even if it is capped to 130 watts, the graphics card, it makes an amazing job. For me, I am not a really hardcore player, which I really need 200, 300 FPS. I really play only adventure games, solo players, campaigns, and I'm more than happy with the performance that this computer is offering. But what I do like most of this computer is that allows me to do all the heavy job that I have for my PhD, all my finite elements simulations, all my 3D modeling design, and really hardcore assemblies, big assemblies, large assemblies, and all the computation power that I require in order to accelerate the simulations that I do, which is my main topic of my research. Simulations, mechanical simulations, they are 100% bounded with the power that you can deliver in order to accelerate the computational time, which this computer, when I am on the road, when I'm traveling, when I'm back in Spain, or just when I want to work in my living room and I can work as well in my kitchen, I can really rely on this device. It has an amazing performance, and the nice thing is that because I have a 16 gigabytes video memory graphics card, I can offload a lot of the computational requirements to the graphics card because of the 16 gigabytes of memory that it has. The CPU, an 8-core CPU, 16 threads, which are pretty fast. It helps me a lot to accelerate my 3D modeling design because 3D modeling is very single core dependent, and this laptop offers a great CPU single core performance, which is great, and also as well for multi-threading with 8-core 16 threads makes an amazing job. And of course, if I am doing image rendering or if I am doing other stuff that I can parallelize with the graphics card, I do it so. So performance-wise, this computer is actually, I love this computer. I mean, my last verdict, my conclusion is that I really love this computer. It changed the way I do really things with my laptop, because even if before I had my 17 inches laptop, I don't know, since I have this OLED display, I really enjoy using this device because it's just something that I like. I like watching content, and because I spend a lot of time with a computer because of my research, because of my studies, because of my work, a monitor is something that I am looking to most of my time during the day. And if I have an amazing monitor like the one in this Razer, perfect colors, reproduction, bright enough, blacks that are really blacks, and those things make me really happy, and those things I really enjoy those things in my mobile device. So all in all, if you have the possibility to try an OLED display in a mobile device, do it, because it's going to change as well the way how do you appreciate a monitor in a mobile device. Of course, I do not recommend to spend that much money in such a device like this unless you really can take advantage of the performance that is giving you the hardware inside of it, or even not if the full performance, but if you are really taking advantage of the capabilities that may offer to you. For example, for me, GPU parallelization to the graphics card, single core speed for 3D modeling, the display, which is amazing as well for 3D modeling, and all those things as well gives me a lot of flexibility when making videos. And if this laptop has a function for you and you can really use something like this, then go for it. Of course, this Razer Blade is going to be an amazing device if you can, if you are willing to pay the price, and I really recommend it if it is inside your budget. So thank you very much for watching, guys. This was just a quick video. I just wanted to let you know how happy I am with my Razer Blade 15 with this OLED display, 4K. It's just an amazing thing, and I just wanted to share it with you. I am very happy with this OLED display, even if it is only 60 Hz. And if I am happy, probably a lot of you guys out there that are also working, that are also playing some games, are going to be more than happy, and probably you can get a better price than me before for this device. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe if you like it. Just please let me know anything that you want to know about this OLED displays, about my experience about with this computer, and I will do my best in order to answer you. Thank you very much for watching, and until the next time.